Now I'm going to take off the power steering reservoir. It's pretty nasty on the inside, the same as the radiator overflow was. I'm going to take it off. It looks like it's just going to be popping that tube off with that clamp, that tube off down there with that clamp, and then these two 8mm bolts right there and right there. Go ahead and take those off. I already drained the power steering fluid out of the bottom, so hopefully not much more will come out. I got the power steering reservoir off. It was just that hose, a bolt there, and there was actually a hidden one right here, which you're supposed to be able to slide up over, but that wasn't the case with me. I tried pulling on it, but it wouldn't come off. So there's that first hose. There's the other hose. And then there's 1, 2, 3 points where the screws go in. A little bit of fluid came out and got all over the place. A little bit right there, a little bit down there. No big deal though, because I'm flushing the whole system. So I'm going to get this reservoir cleaned up, and when I get the parts in, I'll do a how-to on putting it back together. There's the nasty oil-looking film that was in the bottom of it. It looks like it might be a filter, and then that's like a bypass in case the filter gets clogged over there. I'm not sure, but that's what it looks like to me. So I'm going to soak this in Dawn dish soap with some hot water overnight. Let all that oil break down and then rinse it real good for when I put it back together. So I'd like to run all new power steering lines. There's a power steering box kind of thing down here. Can't really see it that well. Trying to get a light on it for you guys. There it is. That bottom left one, I believe, goes down to the middle of this power steering arm down here, and then the top left one goes all the way to the left, well, right of the vehicle, left from this view. That bottom right one goes all the way up to the power steering pump, and then one of them goes and is buried in there. I don't know, you can't really see it, but it goes in there and it's buried. So if anybody knows how to get that one out or get a new one in without taking the axle off, let me know, but it's not likely because it's pretty hard to get to. But I'd like to replace all these lines, so if anybody has any tips, then just let me know. After looking at it a little more, it turns out that hose that's buried all the way in the end down there actually just goes up and comes right to the other side right here. Looks like it was already repaired once because that rubber hose is the same hose. So it rusted through over here, and rather than replacing the whole thing like they're supposed to, they just popped the rubber hose on the rusted part to do a patch job. And so I think I'm just going to try running a rubber hose from one side all the way to the other side and just zip tie it down. I think that's actually going to work better than this rusted hose and the part of the rubber hose. And turns out the only two that carry fluid are that one and this one, both of which mount up there, which that also connects to the power steering cooler, which is right there, and then the power steering pump, which is that one that goes up. You actually see it right there. Goes straight up to the power steering. So all these power steering lines are going to be replaced, and I'm going to try to run that rubber hose from one end to the other.